What's up, YouTube? I'm having one of those strange, lonely nights again where I'm just feeling nostalgic. And I told myself that I wasn't gonna do any poetry because I've done something I haven't done in a long time, and that's to actually watch some poetry. And I hate like doing poetry after I've seen poetry because it just all seems so cliche to me. I think like poets are real deep in general, and you know, one round of poetry is enough, especially if it's somebody else's, because poetry is strong to me. I mean, it's like very potent. All of the feelings, emotions, and experiences broken down to a couple of minutes. So I saw a lot of powerful stuff, and if you want to, you can check my history. I don't know if y'all have access to it or not, but I'm sure somebody does anyway. But if you're able or allowed to see my history, feel free to check it out. There's some things that I may have liked or commented on that you might like too. But anyhow, like I said, I'm feeling that weird, nostalgic, lonely feeling tonight. So I'm gonna read some stuff, some little, not even real poems, just blurbs I've been writing throughout. Some of it may be offensive to you because some of it's rather adult, I must say. Not some, just mainly one. And the reason that I wrote that particular one that is a little risque is because going through watching videos and things like that, pretty much, over the last 10, 15, 20 years of my life, I've pretty much given up on, I've never been like a dating or romance type of person, but I think now in my life, I'm at a point where I could use some love and some support. And it's hard. This world is strange in that it doesn't understand. I don't think this world understands what real love is. It's not romance or lust. Real love is just the genuine care and concern for another person. I don't think the world realizes that. And in my need to connect that way, I've been searching. Not searching, not even really searching, because my searching is different from everyone else's searching. I've been putting myself out there, hoping that I guess someone will see it, someone will be able to relate, you know. But the feeling that I'm getting is that I don't know, maybe I've changed too. That the majority of the world is not, they can't handle that, and then it's like it's nothing. It's kind of nothing worse than like a poet alone out on a piece of driftwood in the middle of an ocean somewhere. The other poets, they kind of have each other and that type of thing. And I just actually did a search on Craigslist for a poet because there was this one person I know that a while back that posted an ad that they were looking for people that were poets just to be friends with. And then I got my hopes up because I saw the Writers Network. I got on there and I realized that you couldn't just post your stuff freely. They teased you with a couple of posts, but after that you got to start reading people's stuff and commenting. I don't believe anybody should be forced to do that. If they're not in the mood. That's the thing about being a poet. You're free. You just kind of go with the flow. But this is the poem. Their ad was titled "Strange but Honest Request" because it was a request on a site that's usually known for craziness, for poetry. And I just felt like writing, so I just wrote anything. It really has nothing to do with their post, but here's the writing. There is something missing in my heart and soul. There are stories that were silent lies, truths that were never told. I ignored the ignorance inside this world filled with deceit. I cried silent tears of wisdom and woe. My mind and soul wandered where a woman's spirit of a child should never go. I know things that I still do not know. The world needs love and it's diminishing fast, not romantic love or lust or friendships where the friendship is not recognized as a benefit. My soul is sick and tired of it. I open my mouth and only a silent sound it emits. My eyes glaze over, but your presence is blind. You refuse to see it. This is a strange and honest request. And I was going to go into it from there, but for me to write a piece that's based on the title of a personal ad, that person might be kind of feel the need to kind of duplicate that, so I didn't. So I stopped there. Oh, also some other random blurbs that I was writing throughout the night. And like I said, right now I'm feeling nostalgia. I don't know why, but that spirit comes over me every now and then where I'm just feeling lonely. And this poem is kind of like and I hope y'all are not seeing titties or anything like that. I'm a natural person. I do not like clothes at all. I cannot stand wearing clothes. But anyhow, But I need to stop that because I'm expanding, and that might be part of the reason why too, because I'm just eating. But anyhow, this poem, this is the one I was telling you that's probably like rated R, rated X, or whatever. And it was written because, like I said, I've given up kind of hope on, the genuinely nice guy, or at least somebody that you would even consider, nice, clean cut. And then, for those type of people, I might not even qualify anymore, because I'm just so, I haven't been, like I said, I'm a naturalist now, but just nice, nice men that are intelligent, that actually have a brain, that have a consciousness, that are still men, that like to stand up for something, but they're standing up for the right thing. A man that loves music, like India Ari says, a man that loves art respects the spirit world and thinks with his heart. And that, especially being a woman that's 40 and your home, well, my hormones are not real bad, but like right before that, I did my PMS video on my other channel right before that time hits, I started thinking about it. But anyways, so this is vulgar. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a whore or nothing like that. Every now and then, I mean, it's part of a woman's feeling of affection towards, I guess, like if it was somebody that she liked or had a genuine connection with, which I don't. So this is just like wistful thinking, but it doesn't apply 99.99999% of people. Um, Probably no one that's left on earth that it would apply to. But anyways, it says I would really enjoy some good dick. The kind that makes your body tick, 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 tick. The kind that's preceded by intelligence and a sound mind. Words that are passionate and also kind. I would really love some good dick. Some dick to love and touch this soul of mine. So take it like you would. Next little blurb, and poetry, like I said, is sometimes so deep it hurts. So I find myself when I'm feeling really nostalgic, I can't even write too much because it could go on to be an epic saga. And really, I'm not really trying to feel on that level right now. So I'll do a little blurb, like here's another little blurb. Tears are useless when there are no shoulders to cry on. Fears are ruthless when there are no hugs to rely on. And that could have went on for pages. Here's another little blurb. And I think these are influenced by these freaking dating sites I'm on. But I don't want dinner and a movie. I just want a friend, someone to talk to about what may exist at the rainbow's end. I need something deeper. I want to fall into the abyss. I want to feel the magic that is felt, like the amazement at the first time a butterfly lit against my soul. How it feels to tell my stories tell stories that are scarred in my heart. And I didn't finish, and I think I just kind of lost track of where the rhyme was. But it's kind of weird feeling like this because when I feel like this, it's almost literally almost like I'm high. I've never been high, but that's almost what it feels like because I'm so. It's like I'm out there. I'm like I can feel my eyes roll back into my head, and it's like I'm literally like just zoned out. And it's just such an odd feeling. It's almost surreal, almost. But I like it. I like it. I like being nostalgic like that from time to time. So, anyways, that's like what for a whole bunch of little mini poems. Yeah. Peace.